Hello, friends. So we have two very important events that are going to take place next week. On March 25th, this coming Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, myself and Sanjeev Gupta CPA will be doing a webinar on foreign income and asset reporting. So those of you guys who maybe have a bank account, maybe life insurance policy, maybe stocks, bonds, savings account, checking account in India or elsewhere outside of the United States, I would strongly encourage you to join that webinar. It's absolutely free. And after the webinar, obviously myself and Sanjeev is available to answer any questions that you guys might have. So great time to get all of those questions answered. And then on the Tuesday, I will be doing an in-person meetup in Newark, California. And we'll talk about what's happening in geopolitics. We'll talk about interest rates, inflation, what can we expect from commodities like gold, silver? What do we think about stock market? What's happening in the market right now? And how can we position ourselves to take advantage of all of those opportunities? Now, those of you guys who don't know me, my name is Deepak and I run a coaching program for people who want to genuinely learn about finance. So this is a great opportunity for you to come meet with me in person and learn about what the coaching program is all about. Obviously, usually many members who are already in coaching program also are at those meetups, so you can talk to them and see what their experience has been so far so you can better understand that stuff. So let's talk about foreign income and asset reporting just for a second, because that is so important right now. So in the webinar, we're going to focus a lot of time on some of the biggest mistakes people make with Fbar filing. I'm talking about even people who are reporting Fbar are often reporting it wrong. And I'll give you some ideas around that. We'll talk about what kind of accounts needs to be reported, what shouldn't be reported, what happens if you have recently became a U.S. citizen or resident. What if you are a U.S. citizen and you move back outside of the United States, like if you go to India or Canada or elsewhere? How does the IRS recognizes non-compliance of foreign accounts? How does an IRS would decide whether it was a willful violation or a not willful violation? Because willful violations have extremely damaging penalties that can really destroy your wealth. So you certainly don't want to fall into that category, but it is so easy for you to trip over and end up in that area. How can we fix Fbar mistakes, that you might have made in past? Is there a way around that to navigate all of those stuff? So we'll talk about that. And certainly we're going to focus quite a bit of time on strategies to reduce or perhaps even eliminate Fbar related penalties. So we'll discuss all of that during that webinar. So once again, that is happening on this Saturday, March 21st, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So either you can register for the webinar on sanjeevcpa.com, or if you're already part of my mailing list or you're part of my WhatsApp group, then you're already getting that information anyways. And then again on Tuesday, Newark, California, that's where I will be available for a meetup where you can come and ask me all of your questions. So there's no charge for the meetup. It's absolutely free. Come and let's have some good time. Let's talk about what's happening in the market for a couple of hours. I think it's a great way for us to engage, great way for you to get to know me better and hopefully solve some of the anxiety that you might be feeling in the market right now. I mean, there's just so much going on, right? On one side, we have inflation that is rising by the day. And then we have these oil prices that just continue to go up. Stock market is still pretty high. Home prices are refusing to come down and people are losing hope on interest rate cuts at this point. So it's kind of a weird market. So we need to take a step back and understand a bigger picture. So if you would like to learn about all that stuff, then I strongly encourage you to come meet with me in person. Now, how do you know where to come? Very simple. If you're already part of my WhatsApp group, then you will automatically get a notification there. I don't really like to put out the link for WhatsApp group because anybody who gets added, I want to talk to them. I want to make sure they're legit. They're not trying to, join the group because they want to sell something. This is a group for the people, by the people, very organic. We are, pretty much focused on finance only. So I want to make sure you have the right intention if you want to join the group. As a reminder, I'm not an investment advisor. I run a tax firm called Tax Code Advisors. So I'm not here to tell you what to buy, what to sell, at what time you should buy or what to sell or anything like that. But I think if you understand the macroeconomics that is going around us, we understand the bigger picture, then every time we get a dip, it's a great buying opportunity. And honestly speaking, from what I'm looking at right now, this is a great time to accumulate a lot of good companies because I do see a great, bright future for the United States. But we do have to go through this turbulence until issues are resolved. So we'll talk more about all of those on Tuesday. So once again, I look forward to seeing you at the meetup as well as on the webinar this coming Saturday to answer all of your questions about foreign income and asset reporting. So get ready, invite your friends, family members, anybody who might have accounts. You'll be quite surprised how many mistakes people make. So we'll try to dissect all of that stuff. All right, guys, thank you so much, and I'll see you soon.